Sleep paralysis. What is it? Why does it happen? Why does it leave people terrified? Ross Docherty reports.
A phenomenon that has been occurring for centuries, spoke about all over the globe dating back to the 10th century, where a slight understanding through paintings, poems and folklore have described it as a really spooky condition where perfectly healthy human beings drift off to sleep to be awoken in the middle of the night, unable to move their body, feeling fear and in most cases feeling the presence of an evil male and a little old woman. This is known as the old hag or old hag syndrome. A gargoyle looking lady who has been known to be about 3 feet tall with black hair. Back in 1689, Van Diemer Broek described the condition as the motion to move the muscles failed to move. This affection is called incubus or the nightmare. Not understanding the cause in that condition believes oneself to be overlaid by some demon, thief or other ponderous body being neither able to move nor to breathe. The earliest written account of sleep paralysis can be found in the Chinese book on dreaming dating back to 400 BC. It is an interesting note that a lot of these early examples refer to sleep paralysis attacks as a nightmare. In fact, the symptoms of sleep paralysis implied in the original meaning of the word nightmare, as opposed to what we think as a nightmare today, merely a bad dream. Modern day medical scientists say the condition paralysis is what happens when in REM sleep, standing for rapid eye movement. This is when we start dreaming and awakening to sleep paralysis. The body is stopping us from acting out our dreams and putting down to hallucinations. This is a surreal experience for anyone who suffers or has had a first time attack. It is also believed that most people will get this condition at least once in their lifetime.
I think it was 1986 or something like that. I was about 16, 17 year old. I was in my ITS.
What happened to you that night, Brian?
That night? No, I fell asleep as regular. Slept well. I always slept well as a kid. Well, I thought I did. I swore a lot in my sleep. Obviously was an angry kid, man. But it was when I woke up in the morning and I went to push myself away from my mattress to get up. My head through the pillow. I couldn't move. It didn't matter how hard I pushed. I was quite strong then. It didn't matter how much I pushed myself out of bed, man. I couldn't move. It felt as if something was pushing me down onto the bed. Mentally, I felt fear, scared, intimidated. Mostly fear.
What interested me so much on this subject, sleep paralysis happened to me when I was like 5 years old. I could not describe it to my mother. And then as I got older, it stopped. And one night when I was 15 years old, I had recently moved into a new room in my house that I was staying in at the time with my mother. I was staying up. I was sleeping up in the top bedroom, and I moved downstairs to the bottom bedroom, and I decorated it up, and it was my first night sleeping there, and that's when it happened. Sleep paralysis kicked in. I felt a tall male presence next to me. It was very intimidating, just as Brian was saying as well. It was intimidating, and I'm looking at my window in my bedroom, and it was like, people may laugh in that and they may not believe what I saw, but it was so surreal. It was real. I know it was sleep paralysis, but I was hallucinating. I was like half awake, half in a dream, but I could see, I could move my eyes about. And what I seen was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. It was something like out of a horror film. It was like a 3-foot woman climbing up from the outside of my bedroom window, and get this, the window was shut, but it was opened when I was seeing this. She climbed down through my window and jumped on the floor. The fear just kicked in because I couldn't see her, because the bed was high up, and she was like 3 feet tall. It scared the living daylight out of me, I couldn't get back to sleep that night. It was like something out of Freddy Krueger. I ended up going on the internet and I realised how many people had actually experienced the exact same and saw the exact same. This is what intrigued me about it. It makes me think, because it was round about the autumn when I moved into that bedroom. So don't be scared, be aware of what this is. If you ever wake up during the night and you can't move, it is most likely sleep paralysis. Thank you for listening to this broadcast. Happy Halloween.